opened a limited period pop-up restaurant where all the waiting staff are dementia patients. And what do we call ourselves?
もうちゃんがそちらごめんなさいこれこれ気ちょっと忘れるんやけどごめんなさいね
ご注文なんだっけ言えないですよね
There's a pop-up restaurant in Tokyo, Japan called the Restaurant of Mistaken Orders, where all the servers happen to have dementia. And the goal of this business is to change perceptions about aging and progressive cognitive impairment. So the concept was actually first conceived back in 2017 by a Japanese television director. And the idea for his project occurred to him. His name is Shiro Oguni, by the way. The idea for his project occurred to him when he was served a dumpling instead of a burger while visiting a nursing home. At first, he was going to send the dumpling back, but then he realized he was in a different world with varying levels of functionality, including mistakes that didn't really harm him. Why not just accept what he received as a way of respecting the difficulties the people around him faced as an act of kindness and humility? In fact, here he is explaining more about this idea in the next video.
世界的にも認知症っていうのは誤解されてるところがあるのかなというふうに思うんですけれども、認知症になったら何もできなくなってしまう。で、時に社会から認知症が隔離されてしまう。そうじゃなくって認知症の人たちと一緒に普通の暮らしができる。そういった寛容な社会を作りたいというふうに思ってました。
So the pop-up raised $115,000 through crowdfunding to get started, and it's since been repeated many times with other pop-ups lasting several days. I've got more details, but I'm just super curious what you think so far, Cenk.
So far, so good. It looks like they're doing good in the world. They're getting jobs for these folks. People are happy to go, even if some of the orders are wrong. So far, America, even though it's not in America.
No, America would never do this unless it's the Senate.
Totally true. It's
unless
ironic.
It's the Senate. Yeah. Yeah. But I do want to note that this is an important element of the story. So both patrons and the servers are aware of the situation, right? So it would be, I think, a bad idea if the patrons of the pop-up restaurants didn't know what was going on. Just because, like, look, I've worked in the food service industry. Most people are okay. Some people are cantankerous or mercurial or unbearable and will throw lattes at you if you don't get it exactly right. So that kind of scared me about the situation, but no, everyone knows what's going on. During one of the first pop-ups, 37% of the orders were mistaken, but afterward, 99% of the customers said they were happy with their meal. Happy mistakes. It reminds me of, God, I'm forgetting his name, but that artist that was on PBS all the time and he would mess up his paintings.
Bob Vila?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross, I love him so much. Yes,
it reminds me of the streets.
He really did. He really did. He had pet squirrels that he saved. It was so sweet. Anyway, at one event,
his brother Rick. But go ahead.
Wait, he had a brother?
Rick Ross. They ruled the streets together.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, anyway, let me continue. At one event, one of the servers absentmindedly sat with her customers. Another asked one diner to take orders from the others around the table. The gentle surprise of the inadvertent human mistakes has become, in a way, the actual product of the restaurant, more than the desired meal itself. Much of the laughter that fills the eatery arises from the pleasant shock of seeing what you are actually unexpectedly being served. Sometimes you might even get your coffee with a straw. Sometimes I do drink my coffee with a straw. I think it's pretty dope. But I kind of love this. It kind of reminds me of the omakase experience at sushi restaurants, where like you don't order anything. Like it's the chef gives you what they want to give you, right? It's like a preset situation. This is a little different because you order something and then the server makes a mistake, but you learn to enjoy it and accept it as it comes. And I feel like that should be, outside of this very specific context, I feel like it's a good philosophy in life to just try to be as easygoing as possible. And when mistakes are made, ask yourself, should I lean into the mistake? or should I reject it? And sometimes leaning into it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, interesting. So first of all, I agree with you that you definitely got to let people know, because like, for example, today I had to go to rehab for my knee, and they had me fill out forms online before I went there. And then when I got there, they're like, okay, now you got to fill out these forms. And I kind of lost it. Not like it was an airplane going to Miami or anything, but but I was like,
where's the plane? Where's
right.
the plane?
I'm like, I told the lady, and I'm like, I know it's not you. I'm so sorry, but I'm never filling out another online form. If they're meaningless and you're gonna make me fill it out again. Now imagine if it was this restaurant and I'm doing, whoa, no, you gotta tell folks. You gotta tell folks, okay?
Of course, yeah.
Of course. Now, having said that, can you imagine if this thing was a scam and they actually don't have dementia? And
they're just messing with you.
They're just messing with you, and they're just giving you, and they're like, send table B the wrong order and table F, and we got a nice shtick going here, and people are liking it, and people are going. That would be amazing. That's the only way this story's better. Okay, putting all kidding aside, it's a nice heartwarming story. We need a nice heartwarming story. Thank you for looking out for people with dementia and getting them something that they love and enjoy and feel productive and happy to be part of. And I know for a fact that you have to keep your brain active, and that really makes your situation better physically, physiologically, and it will actually prolong their lives. It will prolong their ability to think clearer, and people going along with it is great. And Anna, you're right. The last like cherry on top is, if they put it there, is that it's so zen, right? Like, okay, you wanted to go in a certain direction, but if life has put you in a slightly different direction, maybe you flow with it instead of pulling a jank like earlier today.
No, you know what? Now that I think of it, that's all life does, right? You have plans and life just takes a big crap on them. Like, you just have to go with the flow. And so maybe this is like a little microcosm of that. But look, what I love about this the most is, I hope that the elderly servers who are suffering from dementia feel like they have a new lease on life, that they're appreciated, that they have a purpose in society, because that's like one of the things that breaks my heart about people in that stage of life. They feel forgotten, they feel like they're not appreciated. And I think they're the most important people in society, to be honest with you. So I love this story in so many ways. I wish we did something like that here in the US.
100%, yeah. Just getting them out there and active and engaging with the world, both from a emotional perspective and also, like I said, from a physiological perspective, is really important for their brain activity and for them to remain sharp for as long as possible. So kudos to everyone involved, and especially the person who came up with the idea. Wonderful job, a little lightness into the world. We appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.